Hi. I am going to story the history of Negros, the island in the central part of the Philippines, consisting of two provinces, Negros Oriental and Negros Occidental. But how did this island come to be known as Negros, and how did it become the thriving region that it is today? The story of Negros begins long ago, with the arrival of the first settlers on the island. These were the Itis, an indigenous tribe that migrated from mainland Asia to the Philippines thousands of years ago. They were followed by other groups, including the Odi and the Visayans. As the population grew, Negros became a hub for trade and commerce, with goods flowing in and out of the island. It was during this time that the island became known as Buglas, which meant cut off in the Visayan language. The name referred to the fact that the island was difficult to access, surrounded by rough seas and treacherous currents. In the 16th century, the Spanish arrived in the Philippines and began colonizing the islands. Negros was no exception, and the Spaniards established settlements on the island. They introduced Christianity to the people and began cultivating sugarcane, which would eventually become a major industry in Negros. As the economy grew, so did the population, and Negros became an important province in the Philippines. However, it was still known as Buglas, and there were calls for the name to be changed to something more fitting for the thriving region. In 1571, the Spanish Governor-General of the Philippines, Miguel López de Legazpi, visited the island and noticed the dark-skinned natives. He named the island Negros, which means black in Spanish, in reference to the people's complexion. Over the years, Negros continued to prosper, with its sugarcane industry fueling its growth. However, it was not until the early 20th century that the island was divided into two provinces, Negros Occidental and Negros Oriental. The creation of these two provinces was seen as a way to better serve the needs of the people in the region. Negros Occidental became known for its vast sugarcane plantations, while Negros Oriental focused on education, with its universities and colleges attracting students from all over the country. Today, Negros remains a thriving region with a rich history and culture. Its people take pride in their heritage and work together to ensure a bright future for their beloved island. And although its name may have changed over the centuries, the spirit of Negros lives on, strong and resilient as ever. Negros Occidental was just a part of the larger island of Negros in the Philippines. It was inhabited by various indigenous tribes and was later colonized by the Spaniards in the 16th century. As time passed, Negros became a hub for sugarcane farming, and Negros Occidental, in particular, became a major producer of sugar. This led to the rise of wealthy landowners who wielded significant influence in the region. In 1898, the Philippines declared its independence from Spain, but Negros remained under Spanish control until the following year when it was ceded to the United States. Negros was then incorporated into the Philippine Commonwealth in 1935. As the population grew and the economic importance of Negros Occidental continued to increase, there was a growing clamor among the people for the region to become its own province. In 1933, a bill was filed in the Philippine legislature to create the province of Negros del Norte and Negros del Sur, which would later become Negros Occidental and Negros Oriental, respectively. The bill was met with resistance from some quarters, but eventually, it was passed into law on April 28, 1934, creating the two provinces. Negros Occidental became a province with Bacolod as its capital, while Negros Oriental had Dumaguete as its capital. Over the years, Negros Occidental continued to prosper, with its sugarcane industry fueling its growth. The province also played a significant role in the country's struggle for independence and democracy. Today, Negros Occidental is known for its beautiful beaches, rich culture, and delicious cuisine. Its people take pride in their history and heritage and continue to work towards a brighter future for themselves and their beloved province. Negros Oriental. It was known for its lush green forests, stunning beaches, and warm, welcoming people. However, there was one thing that bothered the inhabitants of Negros Oriental: the name of their province. You see, the name Negros had a negative connotation associated with it, reminding people of the dark history of the Spanish colonization of the Philippines and the exploitation of black slaves that occurred on the island of Negros. The residents of Negros Oriental felt that their province deserved a name that better represented their culture and heritage. So, a group of concerned citizens came together to propose a new name for their province. They brainstormed ideas, taking inspiration from the province's natural beauty and the diversity of its people. Finally, they came up with a name that everyone agreed was perfect: Negros Oriental. The new name, Negros Oriental, was a reflection of the province's vibrant and colorful culture. The N in Negros represented the province's natural resources, harmony between its diverse communities. The E represented the province's excellence, and the G stood for its growth and development. Finally, the R and O represented the resilience and optimism of the people of Negros Oriental. The proposal for the new name was met with overwhelming support from the residents of Negros Oriental, and soon after, the name change was officially approved by the Philippine government. From that day on, Negros Oriental became known as Negros Oriental, a name that better reflected the province's rich cultural heritage and bright future. And so, Negros Oriental continued to thrive, with its people proud to call it their home and show off its unique and diverse character to visitors from all over the world. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you mga ka-idjit, ha ha ha.